Imagine if there was a simple formula to become a millionaire young. Not some crazy theory or empty promise, but real habits followed by the world's wealthiest. Warren Buffett, one of the most successful investors in history, swears by these principles. What separates him and so many other young millionaires from ordinary people isn't luck, inheritance, or a stroke of genius. It's habits. Small daily decisions that accumulate over the years, creating a domino effect in wealth building. But here's the problem. Most people ignore these habits or think they're too difficult to follow. They believe they need a big salary to start or that it's too late to change. And that's exactly why they remain trapped in the same financial cycle year after year. But today, we're going to break that cycle. We're going to reveal the 10 essential habits of young millionaires, the ones Warren Buffett follows and recommends. Habit number 7 might surprise you. But first, we need to understand something crucial. It all starts with a simple principle that few apply, but which is the foundation of any fortune built from scratch. If there's something that separates young millionaires from the rest of the people, it's not a stroke of luck or extraordinary talent, but the way they see money. While most work only to pay bills, complaining that there's never anything left, at the end of the month, millionaires approach their finances in a completely different way. They know that money isn't just something you earn and spend, it's a resource that must be managed, multiplied, and put to work. But this mindset doesn't come from nowhere. It's built, cultivated, and reinforced every day through strategic habits. And the big difference between those who get rich early and those who spend their whole lives struggling to stay afloat financially lies precisely in these habits. The problem is that society teaches us to follow a standard path: study, get a good job, work hard, and one day, maybe, be able to retire with some money saved. But this path isn't followed by young millionaires. They understand that, to achieve financial freedom, it's not enough to just work hard. You have to work smart. They know that relying exclusively on a salary is a trap. Money should be used strategically, and every financial decision needs to be made with the long term in mind. This difference in mindset is what allows some people to build fortunes while others spend their whole lives fighting against debt. And this mindset isn't restricted to financial geniuses. Anyone can adopt it, but it requires a change of perspective. While most people spend impulsively, millionaires develop financial self-control. While many believe that investing is for those who already have money, millionaires start investing even with small amounts. While most are content with a single stream of income, millionaires create multiple sources of revenue. None of this happens by chance. It's all a matter of habit. And the most fascinating thing is that these habits aren't closely guarded secrets. Warren Buffett and several other millionaires have publicly shared what these habits are. The only question is, are you willing to apply them? Now that we understand the importance of financial mindset and control over money, let's get into the practical part. The first habit of young millionaires may seem simple, but it's what builds the foundation of any fortune. Most people work hard every day, but despite their efforts, they never manage to get out of the same financial place. They spend years studying to get a good job, dedicate hours and hours to work, receive their salaries, and at the end of the month, realize that almost nothing is left. Money comes in and goes out like a vicious cycle, leaving the feeling that wealth is a privilege reserved only for a lucky few. But is that true? Is it true that only a small portion of the population has access to financial freedom? Or is the problem something that most people have never learned to do correctly? The great villain behind this financial trap isn't a lack of effort, or even a lack of opportunities. The real problem is the absence of financial education and the wrong habits that have been reinforced over the years. From an early age, we are taught to work to earn money, but no one teaches us how to make money work for us. We learn to consume, but not to invest. We learn to go into debt to buy things, but not to create assets that generate income for us. This creates a reality where many people spend their whole lives trapped in a cycle of scarcity, always chasing money, but never enough to feel truly financially secure. But here's the good news. It doesn't have to be this way. You can change this starting today. What differentiates young millionaires from the rest of the population isn't a special gift or a privileged birth condition. What separates them is applied knowledge. They understood early on that wealth isn't built only with hard work, but with the right decisions made repeatedly over time. It doesn't matter how much you earn now or what your current situation is. What really matters is what you do with the money that passes through your hands. Small changes in your financial habits can have a gigantic impact on your future. And that's exactly why the 10 habits we're going to explore next are so powerful. They don't require you to have a great fortune to start. They don't require you to have a huge salary. All they need is consistency. And the first of them may be the most important of all. Learn to live below your means. Now that we understand the problem that prevents so many people from accumulating wealth, it's time to reveal the habits that make young millionaires a different group from the majority. Warren Buffett, as well as other millionaires who started from scratch, didn't rely only on luck or a stroke of genius. He built his fortune with discipline, strategy, and above all, habits that anyone can adopt. And believe me, these habits don't require you to already be rich to apply them. On the contrary, it's these daily practices that create wealth. Let's start with the first and perhaps one of the most important: living below your means. Many people believe that to be rich you need to earn a lot of money, but that's only part of the equation. What really defines wealth isn't how much you earn, but how much you save and invest. And for that, you need to spend less than you earn. It seems like a simple concept, but most people fail precisely at this point. As soon as income increases, lifestyle also rises. The new salary allows for a better car, a state-of-the-art cell phone, designer clothes, more expensive dinners. The problem? Expenses accompany the increase in income, and the person never manages to accumulate real money. This phenomenon is known as lifestyle inflation, and it's one of the main reasons why so many people, even earning well, always live on the financial edge. Young millionaires do the opposite. They resist the temptation to spend everything they earn and opt for a sustainable lifestyle. Warren Buffett is the greatest example of this. Despite being one of the richest men in the world, he has lived in the same house since 1958, drives simple cars, and avoids unnecessary expenses. This doesn't mean he's stingy or doesn't enjoy his fortune, but that he understands an essential principle. Money shouldn't be wasted but multiplied. And how to apply this in practice? First, you need to reevaluate your expenses and cut those that don't add real value. Many expenses that seem essential are, in fact, choices made without reflection. Do you need to change your car now? Is it worth spending so much on clothes, subscriptions, and entertainment? Small changes in these habits can free up a large amount of money for investments. Another crucial point is to avoid consumer debt. Young millionaires understand that using credit in the wrong way is a major obstacle to financial growth. Long installments, abusive interest rates, and poorly managed credit cards drain income and prevent the accumulation of wealth. They prefer to pay in cash and maintain control over their finances. Living below your means doesn't mean depriving yourself of everything, but making conscious choices. Millionaires know that every real wasted is a lost opportunity to invest and grow. And speaking of growth, saving money alone isn't enough. The real secret of wealth lies in constant and intelligent investment, and this is the next essential habit that differentiates millionaires from the rest of the population. If there's a habit that transforms small amounts into real fortunes, that habit is investing early and consistently. Young millionaires understand that idle money is money that loses value over time. And more than that, they know that starting to invest as soon as possible makes all the difference. Warren Buffett, one of the most successful investors in the world, bought his first shares at the age of 11. And since then, he has never stopped investing. This is the real secret of millionaires. They make money work for them, instead of working for money for the rest of their lives. But why is starting early so important? The answer lies in compound interest, one of the most powerful concepts in the world of finance. In simple terms, compound interest makes invested money grow on its own growth. The more time you allow this effect to happen, the greater the final result will be. To understand better, imagine two people. The first starts investing at age 20, applying $500 per month in an investment with an average return of 10% per year. The second only starts at age 35, investing $1,000 per month to try to make up for lost time. However, when both reach age 60, the first person will have accumulated significantly more money than the second, even investing half the monthly amount. This happens because time is the most important factor in multiplying wealth. The big mistake most people make is believing they need to have a lot of money to start investing. This couldn't be further from the truth. Young millionaires know that the most important thing isn't the initial amount, but consistency over the years. They start with what they have and make it an uninterrupted habit. Small amounts applied regularly grow exponentially over time. Another common mistake is believing that investing is complicated or risky. The truth is that the biggest financial risk is not investing. Leaving money idle in savings or spending everything you earn prevents any possibility of wealth growth. Investing can be simple and accessible to anyone, as long as there is financial education. Young millionaires study about investments, understand how the market works, and learn to make smart decisions. And where do they invest? In assets that generate income and appreciation. Many millionaires invest in stocks, real estate funds, their own businesses, and even cryptocurrencies. But regardless of the type of investment, the mindset is the same. Money must always be working. If you haven't started investing yet, the best time to start was yesterday. The second best time is today. And to make good financial decisions, you need to have knowledge. Therefore, the next habit of young millionaires is essential. They read obsessively to broaden their vision and make smarter decisions. If there's one habit that all young millionaires share, it's obsessive reading. While most people spend hours on social media or watching content that doesn't add value, millionaires dedicate part of their daily time to absorb knowledge. Warren Buffett, for example, reads about 500 pages a day. Bill Gates, another classic example, reads approximately 50 books a year. Elon Musk learned aerospace engineering practically alone by reading books. What do they all have in common? They understand that knowledge is one of the most valuable assets that exist. And why is reading so powerful? Simple. The more you learn, the better financial decisions you make. Money is always in motion, and those who understand the rules of the game better have a better chance of winning. Most people make decisions based on intuition or what they hear around. Millionaires, on the other hand, seek information from reliable sources, study real cases, analyze the mistakes and successes of other people, and apply this knowledge in their own lives. But we're not talking about any kind of reading. Millionaires don't waste time with irrelevant content. They choose books that add value. The most common areas of reading among the rich are finance, business, psychology, personal development, and biographies of great names in history. Books like Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki, The Intelligent Investor by Benjamin Graham, and The 4-Hour Workweek by Tim Ferriss are almost mandatory reading for those who want to build wealth. In addition, reading offers something that no other habit can provide: perspective. When you read about how other people faced challenges and overcame obstacles, you gain new ways of thinking. Often, a simple concept learned in a book can completely change the way you deal with money, work, and investments. And that's why young millionaires make reading a daily commitment. They know that with each page read, they are becoming more prepared to make strategic decisions. But don't think this means spending hours with your face buried in a book. The important thing isn't the number of pages read, but the practical application of knowledge. Many people read dozens of books but never put anything into practice. Millionaires do it differently. They extract valuable lessons from each reading and apply them immediately in their lives and businesses. If you want to go down this path, start by setting aside daily time for reading. Even if it's just 10 or 15 minutes a day, this small practice can transform the way you think and act. Choose books that broaden your worldview, challenge your beliefs, and teach valuable skills. And remember, knowledge without action is worthless. The real power lies in using what you learn to create new opportunities. Now, understanding finance. Business and investments is essential, but there's another secret that millionaires know well: patience and a long-term vision. While most people seek quick money and immediate results, millionaires play a completely different game. And that's exactly what we're going to talk about in the next habit. If there's one thing that differentiates millionaires from the rest of the people, it's how they view time. While most are obsessed with quick results, they understand that wealth isn't built overnight. This is habit number 4. They prioritize the long term. The truth is that most people want to get rich quickly. They look for shortcuts, get-rich-quick schemes, and investments that promise absurd returns in a short amount of time. And inevitably, they end up frustrated, losing money, or giving up before they even see the first results. Young millionaires, on the other hand, know that true growth comes from patience and consistency. As Warren Buffett often says, someone is sitting in the shade today because someone planted a tree a long time ago. The biggest mistake people make when they want to get rich is thinking short term. They see money as something to be spent immediately, rather than seeing it as a seed that needs to be cultivated. Millionaires understand that time is one of wealth's greatest allies. When they invest, they do so with a long-term mindset, knowing that compound interest needs years to work its magic. They don't obsess over daily market fluctuations, nor do they panic when an investment temporarily falls. Instead, they maintain discipline and follow their planned strategy. And this long-term vision doesn't just apply to money. They also use this mindset in their businesses and careers. Instead of looking for instant gratification, they work consistently on projects that may take years to produce results. They know that persistence and focus are the real keys to success. Jeff Bezos took years to turn Amazon into an e-commerce giant. Elon Musk spent decades developing his companies before becoming one of the richest men in the world. Their success didn't come overnight. It came from years of strategic work. The good news is that anyone can apply this habit. Start thinking like a long-term investor. Ask yourself, will this decision only benefit me today, or will it build something valuable for my future? Stop looking for quick money and focus on strategies that actually work over the years. If you want to become a young millionaire, you need to act like a millionaire early on, and that means having the patience to reap the rewards of your decisions. But it's not enough to just invest and wait. Young millionaires know that financial success doesn't just depend on money, but also on the people around them. And that's habit number 5. They build good connections. No millionaire builds wealth alone. Financial success doesn't just depend on how much you know or how hard you work, but also on who is around you. This is habit number 5. They build good connections. There's a saying in the business world that goes, your network is your net worth. And that couldn't be truer. Young millionaires understand that the most valuable opportunities often come from the people they know. Whether it's a mentor who gives strategic advice, a business partner who opens doors to new investments, or a circle of friends who encourages a growth mindset, the environment around you has a direct impact on your success. Most people spend their lives surrounded by people who think small, complain constantly, and have a scarcity mindset. This limits their potential. Millionaires do the opposite. They seek to be around people who challenge them, who share their goals, and who can add value. They know that good connections not only bring knowledge and experience, but also create a multiplier effect of opportunities. If you want to grow financially, start paying attention to who is around you. Attend events, network intentionally, seek mentors, and avoid environments that drain your energy and ambition. But it's not enough to just have good connections. You need to know how to use them strategically. And that leads us to habit number 6, developing multiple sources of income. If there's one thing that millionaires understand very well, it's that relying on just one source of income is a huge risk. This is habit number 6. They develop multiple sources of income. Most people rely exclusively on their salary to survive. They work every month, pay their bills, and if there's anything left over, they spend it or leave it sitting in the bank. But what if they lose their job? Or if an economic crisis affects their area of expertise? Relying on just one source of income puts your financial stability at risk. Young millionaires do things differently. They create various ways to earn money to ensure that, no matter what happens, they will always have new capital, inflows. This may include investments in stocks and real estate funds, creating side businesses, passive income through royalties, or even participation in promising startups. The goal is simple: to keep the money coming in, even when they are not actively working. Warren Buffett has a famous quote about this. If you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. And he's right. Creating multiple sources of income doesn't mean working harder, but working smarter. If you want to follow this path, start small. Find something that can generate extra income in addition to your main job. It could be an investment, a side project, or a digital business. The important thing is to diversify your sources of income and ensure that your money continues to grow. But to do this successfully, you need to overcome a fear that paralyzes most people. And that leads us to habit number 7. They are not afraid to fail. If there's one trait that separates millionaires from ordinary people, it's how they deal with the fear of failure. This is habit number 7. They are not afraid to fail. Most people avoid risks at all costs. They are afraid of making mistakes, of losing money, of being criticized, or of failing in their attempts. And because of this, many end up never getting anywhere. They get stuck in jobs they don't like, postponing investments and letting opportunities pass them by because they are afraid of taking a wrong step. Young millionaires think completely differently. For them, failure is not the end. It's part of learning. Warren Buffett has made bad investments throughout his career, but that never stopped him from continuing. Jeff Bezos made mistakes several times before turning Amazon into a global powerhouse. Elon Musk almost went bankrupt with Tesla before becoming one of the richest men in the world. They all understood that each mistake brings valuable lessons and that the real failure is not trying. The difference between millionaires and ordinary people is that millionaires don't see failure as something negative, but as a stepping stone to success. They take risks, learn from their mistakes, and adjust their strategies. They are not afraid to invest, start businesses, or test new ideas. If you want to grow financially, you need to change your mindset about failure. Instead of avoiding risks, learn to calculate them. Instead of giving up at the first mistake, see it as a learning experience. The fear of failure keeps many people trapped in mediocrity, while millionaires use mistakes as fuel to achieve success. But to face challenges and seize opportunities, it's essential to develop another essential habit: the constant pursuit of valuable skills. This is habit number 8. Money always follows people who have valuable skills. This is habit number 8. They focus on improving valuable skills. Young millionaires know that in the real world, it's not diplomas that generate wealth, but applicable skills. While many people believe that it's enough to study and get a good job to get rich, millionaires focus on developing skills that really add value to the market. Warren Buffett, for example, has always stated that one of the most important skills he developed was communication. Early in his career, he was shy and had difficulty speaking in public. But realizing that the ability to communicate well could multiply his opportunities, he took a public speaking course and improved his ability to present ideas. The result? He became one of the most influential investors in the world. In addition to communication, other skills that millionaires master are sales, negotiation, leadership, and financial intelligence. They know that those who master these areas can create businesses, lead teams, and make strategic decisions that multiply their wealth. Unlike most people who spend their entire lives learning only what is necessary to keep a job, millionaires never stop studying and improving their skills. If you want to accelerate your journey to wealth, ask yourself, what skills can make me more valuable in the market? Whether it's learning to invest, improving your ability to persuade, or becoming a better leader, the focus should always be on continuous growth. But having skills is not enough. You also need to know how to make strategic decisions. And that's exactly what millionaires do with mastery. This is habit number 9. They make decisions based on data, not emotions. Millionaires don't make decisions based on impulses or fleeting emotions. They analyze the facts, study the numbers, and act strategically. This is habit number 9. They make decisions based on data, not emotions. Most people make financial decisions driven by fear or greed. They buy stocks because they are going up without understanding why. They sell investments out of panic when the market falls. They spend money on unnecessary things because they were influenced by the emotion of the moment. This impulsive behavior prevents the building of wealth. Millionaires do things differently. Before any financial decision, they analyze concrete data. If they are going to invest in a company, they study its reports, its history, and its prospects. If they are going to buy a property, they calculate its financial return before getting carried away by enthusiasm. If they are going to start a business, they test hypotheses, research the market, and adjust their strategies based on real numbers. Warren Buffett is a clear example of this mindset. He never invests out of emotion. His strategy is based on in-depth analysis and the patience to wait for the best opportunities. He understands that in the long run, Rational decisions always outweigh impulsive decisions. To apply this habit in your life, start questioning your financial decisions. Why am I making this purchase? What do the numbers say about this investment? Am I making this decision based on facts or on the emotion of the moment? The more rational you are with your money, the more it will work in your favor. But there is a resource even more valuable than money, and that millionaires know how to manage like no other: time. And that leads us to the last essential habit. This is habit number 10. They manage their time well. If there's a resource more valuable than money, it's time. Millionaires understand that, while money can be recovered, lost time never comes back. This is habit number 10. They manage their time well. Most people spend their time in a disorganized way, without planning and without purpose. They spend hours on social media, watching series, or procrastinating on tasks that don't add value to their future. Millionaires do the opposite. They treat time as a precious asset, prioritizing activities that bring them closer to their goals. Warren Buffett, Elon Musk, and Bill Gates are known for their extreme discipline in time management. They block out time for high-impact activities, delegate tasks that don't require their direct attention, and avoid distractions as much as possible. This doesn't mean they work all the time, but that they know how to differentiate what is productive from what is just a waste of time. One of the most used strategies by millionaires is the 80-20 rule, also known as the Pareto principle. It says that 80% of the results come from 20% of the actions. That is, identifying which tasks really make a difference and focusing on them can multiply your gains and accelerate your journey to wealth. If you want to become financially successful, start valuing your time. Make lists of priorities, eliminate distractions, learn to say no to irrelevant tasks, and direct your energy to what really brings results. After all, time is the only resource that, once lost, cannot be recovered. Now you know the 10 habits of young millionaires, those that differentiate ordinary people from those who achieve financial independence early in life. But here's the most important point. None of these habits are a secret. Warren Buffett, Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, and so many other millionaires have made it clear that anyone can apply these strategies. The difference lies between those who listen and do nothing, and those who put this knowledge into practice. Many people spend their lives waiting for the perfect opportunity to start, waiting to earn more money, waiting to learn more, waiting for circumstances to change. But the truth is that there is no ideal moment. The ideal time to start was yesterday. The second best time is now. Small daily changes can generate a gigantic impact over time. Living below your means, investing early and consistently, reading more, thinking long-term, building strategic connections, developing multiple sources of income, not being afraid to fail, improving valuable skills, making decisions based on data and managing time well. Anyone can implement these habits regardless of where they are today. If you truly want to transform your financial life, choose at least one of these habits and start applying it immediately. It could be something simple, like setting aside 10 minutes a day to read a book about finance, or cutting out an unnecessary expense to invest that amount. The important thing is to start. Financial growth doesn't happen overnight, but it does happen for those who take the first step and maintain discipline over time. And remember, financial success isn't just about money, it's about freedom. It's about having the peace of mind of not depending on a paycheck to survive, being able to make decisions without fear, and living life on your own terms. These habits aren't just about accumulating wealth, but about ensuring you have control over your future. Now I want to hear from you. Which of these habits are you going to start applying today? Comment below and share this video with someone who needs to change their financial mindset. You might be helping someone else take the first step towards financial freedom. What differentiates those who achieve success from those who remain in the same place isn't luck, talent, or intelligence, it's action. So, if you've made it this far, don't let this knowledge be just another piece of content you watched and forgot. Do something with it. Choose a habit, implement it, track your results, and continue to evolve. Remember, tomorrow's millionaires are those who make smart decisions today. You have the knowledge, you have the path laid out. Now, the choice is in your hands. If this content resonated with you, Like, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next videos on how to build wealth and achieve financial independence. See you in the next video.